you have your mic on?
I'm ready. All right, everybody. Ashley Lovelace here. I am down at Hubble's. Woo! Let me hear it. Hubble's. So I'm downtown Muscatine at Hubble's. We are here for a little boy, a very special little boy named Riker Cologne. Can I hear it for Riker Cologne? Woo! Yeah. So you probably have heard that name a lot lately here in Muscatine and even clear up by Chicago, right, guys? So we just wanted to come live here down at Hubble's tonight because we have some special guests here in Muscatine, and we wanted to show them how we do it here in Muscatine and give them a warm welcome. So we are coming with the Club 400 podcast, and they will be starting here in just a minute, but we have Sir William in the house.
Thank you very much.
We have Stu.
I just want to let everybody know in this bar tonight, I ain't leaving at 9 o'clock. I heard this is a 3 o'clock bar, right?
Yes. And we have Nicole. I'm kind of blocking her. Nicole, pop out here.
It's truly Beauty and the Beasts.
Whoa.
I'm Mike.
So warm welcome. They made a long trip to come down here and do. Is this your first ever on the road podcast?
This is our first ever on the road podcast, and you know what? It should start off in Muscatine, and we're happy to be out here. What a beautiful town you guys have.
Yes.
And we're so happy to be at this bar tonight.
Yes. So we're excited to have them. I hope you guys enjoy the podcast and hearing a little bit about what Club 400 is all about. Because we are going to be selling you guys some raffle tickets to support Riker Cologne, and you're going to be hearing more about it all week as we sell these raffle tickets. So get your butts down here to Hubble's tonight, or visit myself, Misty, Amanda, Cassie, whoever. You can come down to Hubble's and grab yourself some raffle tickets, but help support this family and our favorite little boy, Riker Cologne. Just literally the funnest little boy ever. You will love him as soon as you meet him if you haven't already. So take it away, you guys. I'm excited to be live for a podcast. This is fun.
Hey, before you start, I just want to say one thing. Every time, if you guys could help us out, every time somebody says Riker or Riker Cologne, if we could just all clap. So let's try it. Riker Cologne. Thank you.
My name is Stuart McVicker, and I am the owner of Club 400. I wanted to tell you guys all about us before we start the podcast tonight. All right, guys? First of all, it's an honor and a pleasure to be here tonight. Like you all just heard, this is our first time traveling, staying in a hotel, and we're excited to be here, and we're really excited to raise a whole bunch of money for Riker, all right? And I would like to tell you guys this. Well, I'll say this in a little bit. Our sponsor is Tovar Snow Removal, and they have donated $10,000 to this event. So, pretty awesome. And I will tell you guys this. We are not in the perfect world nowadays, but I will tell you one thing. One thing I've learned lately is there's really awesome giving people out there. If anything, right, this is the truth. We have had more reaction from Riker than any one of our parties ever. I think Nicole counted up today. We are up close to $17,000 money donated. Let's put it this way, guys. For the first time ever, 100% of the proceeds will go to the Cologne family. And that's awesome. Party is paid for, all right? Unbelievable. So Club 400, what is it and why are we here? Let's answer that question real quick. My mom's here tonight and my daughter. Say hi to them. And my mom's a big part of why Club 400 exists. back when I was a little boy, she used to take me to see the Cubs on the road. And I fell in love with the Cubbies through our guy, Harry Carey. His love for baseball radiated right out of the TV and into my soul, and it's never been the same since. And we used to go to the games, and we used to get autographs and baseballs, like you guys go to the Cubs hotel, and most of the stuff that's in Club 400 is stuff that we got when we were growing up, when we were your guys' age, like Aramis. You went and saw Aramis Ramirez today, right? That was awesome. I appreciate the baseball card, buddy. By the way, that'll go in my display case. So Club 400 was built because whenever I walked into Wrigley Field, whenever I walked in the turnstiles of Wrigley Field, I left life outside. For 3 to 4 hours, it was me and my friends and baseball at the most beautiful place in the whole entire world, which is Wrigley Field. So I wanted to build a place where I walk down maybe 14 stairs into my basement, because I wish I could go to Wrigley Field every day, but I can't. But I want it to be the second place to be. And it really is, and I'm looking forward to having all you guys out September 10th. But what happened with Club 400, I think, honestly, guys, the best things in life are not planned. They evolve into what they were. So I had a lot of people come into my house. Now think about it. 4 years of building this basement and not letting anybody see it except for my family. So we finished Club 400 on my 40th birthday. And literally we were still hanging pictures on the wall before, like an hour before the party. And I had a lot of people come up to me and they said, Stu, you got something here, buddy. You need to do something with it. And to be quite honest with you, I had no clue what they meant. And right here is the story of Club 400, how it got started. One of my good friends, Nick Sheridan, came to my house one night. And at the age of 20, he suffered from bacterial meningitis. The bacterial meningitis basically was a skin-eating disease. He lost both his legs, his arm, his nose, and a lot of skin. He's got more skin grafts than anybody I ever known. He should have died. He should not be here today. But luckily, one nurse at the hospital gave him a shot that saved his life. So he came over to my house one night. We were watching the Blackhawks, actually, and they got eliminated that night. And he was so upset because while he races those mini sprint cars, which is kind of like go-karts, but a little more souped up, and his arm, his prosthetic arm, fell off while he was driving the car. And he was really disappointed. He was really sad because the thing that he loves most, which is racing, was taken away from him. So I said, what do we need to get your car back on the track? And he said, well, I could use a wing. That's $500, but I also need this and I need that. And anyways, I woke up the next morning. I said, we need to get this, because I looked at his prosthetics and they were horrible. Like he had just bottom the barrel prosthetics. And earlier that year, I had met Tom Ricketts. Tom Ricketts saw pictures of the Club 400, and he said, Stu, I want to come out there. So I woke up the next morning, and bingo, the light bulb went off on my head. That only happens once in a while, William.
Confirmed.
And I said, you know what? Let's have a party. Let's do a benefit for my friend. We had no clue what we were doing, right? But that night, we raised $34,000, and we got my buddy 2 legs and an arm, and we changed his life for the better.
Cubs legs, by the way.
And that's how we got started. That
Cubs
was
brand.
in 2014. It's 2021, and Club 400 has gave away over $500,000 to the best fans in all of sports. You guys, Cub fans helping Cub fans. I want to tell you guys something right now. I'm so honored and I'm so blessed that God put me here today. I mean, there's nothing better than helping people out. Like, we can't always solve their problems, but we could ease some burdens, and that's what we're going to do for this party here on September 10th. We can't solve all the problems, but what we can do is ease some burdens. And if you think Club 400 is about me, you think Club 400 is about William, you think it's about my mom, no, it's about power in numbers, baby. There's numbers, power in numbers. We all get together. Like I want to tell everybody on the video right now and Discover Muscatine, I'm challenging you guys right now to buy these 250 raffle tickets for $35 a piece. I want you to get on that bus. I want you to come to my place, and let's have a great time and raise a whole lot of money for one of the greatest families in Muscatine, the Cologne family.
Wait, which family is that? Which family is that?
The Cologne family! Yeah! Now listen, nobody really wants to be quiet in a bar on a Saturday night. I totally get it. We're going to be about 45 minutes tonight. We're going to bring on Ray Burris, who's going to be at the event. We're going to bring up
Ray Burris, ex-Cubs, great.
Yes.
By the way.
And we're going to make this quick and snappy. But the bottom line is we want to get the word out that Club 400 and the town of Muscatine, we need to raise a bunch of money, guys. We need to step up to the plate, as I must say, right, William?
Yeah, that's right.
Because I was at their house today. Me and Nicole and William went there today. This house ain't going to work for these guys. They need a lot more than that. They need a car. They need a house. They need a lot of things. So sky is the limit here, guys. Let's think big. Go big or go home. I want Muscatine. I want a bus to show up in front of my house with 50 people on September 10th. That's my challenge to you guys. Our challenge was to sell 100 tickets, and we will do that, I promise you. And I want to thank our guy, Ryan Dempster, Chicago Cub great, for coming out on September 10th. There's no other guy that can, rock a party like Ryan Dempster, right, William?
No other guy.
I want to thank Hubbles for having us out tonight. I just hired Nicole real quick. Hey, Nicole, I know we're going to go. I want to tell everybody about Nicole because I'm really excited about this. Like, it's been me, my mom.
Wait, what's Nicole's last name?
William Goy. Nicole
Thank you.
Goy.
Oh, you got it.
So our last project for Club 400 was actually her friend. So I want to let her tell you a little bit about that. And you know what? That's the spirit of Club 400. I'll tell you what. We've given away checks for $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. But sometimes the simplest things in life mean the most. And what we did for her friend Heather was unbelievable. I'm going to pass the mic to Nicole. We're going to start a podcast. And I want you guys to tell you, when we're done with the podcast, which we're going to use for promotional material, obviously, to get the story out about Riker, but we have a lot of giveaways. That's why the raffle tickets my mom just handed out and Lauren handed out, keep those raffle tickets. We're going to give away a bunch of stuff. And if you stick around late enough, you might try our beer. Crystal Lake Brewery, Club 400 Brew is in the house tonight. So I'm going to give the mic to Nicole. I'm going to have a sip of this drink because I'm parched already. And I want you guys, thank you guys very much for all coming out. It's much appreciated. And I hope to see you September 10th, all right?
Hey guys, so excited to be here. Thanks so much for having us. It's so fun to see everybody here. We are so pumped to be here. Well, like Stu said, my name is Nicole, and I am Stu's latest and pretty much his first hire. So I'm technically the director of business operations, but before I got hired with Club 400, I was the beneficiary of Stuart and Club 400's generosity. I have a really good friend of mine named Heather. This is her necklace, actually, that I'm wearing. And she was diagnosed with a really rare form of cancer. And before she got sick, we went to Cubs games together all the time. Her and me and my friend Anna, and that's just what we did. Just like Stu said, we left life outside of those gates. And that was our tradition. So when she was diagnosed with cancer, she fought, I'm telling you, like a warrior. Well, unfortunately, cancer won that battle, and she passed away on June 30th. However, she called me one day, and she told me in May, she said, Nicole, we've decided to go on to hospice. And so I knew at that moment on that phone call that I had to get her to one more Cubs game. That had to happen. And I knew that I couldn't do it on my own. She was in a wheelchair. She couldn't walk. Her eyesight wasn't great. And I knew that I needed help to get her there. So I went onto Facebook, I went onto Instagram, I went everywhere searching and pleading for anybody that had any connections with the Chicago Cubs. Tons of people had ideas, called this person, email, text, phone call. I did it all. And a lot of people had really great intentions, but unfortunately nothing panned out until Stuart McVicker was tagged. So I got a phone call from Stuart, and he said, hey, give me a call. So, of course, I'm going to give him a call. So I gave him a call, and on the phone, he says, and I tell him the whole story about Heather and how she's on hospice. I don't know how much time we have left. She's deteriorating very quickly. And Stuart's response was, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I can do that. I'll get you to the Cubs game. I got the food. I got the drink. I got the transportation. And I was like, wait, no, isn't it supposed to be more difficult than this? And he's like, no, I got you, Nicole. I got you. He pulled out every stop. He got us there in style. We had the most beautiful seats. He had the connections that nobody does. And he jumped into action as if Heather was his friend and not mine. And every person that I've met that knows Stuart McVicker has the same thing to say about him that I saw firsthand, is his generosity and his love and his desire to help people is completely unmatched. So Riker and the Clone family, you guys are in amazing hands if Stuart's in charge. So I'm super excited to be here.
No, and I'll repeat this. We got a song we're going to play for you, then we're going to kick in the podcast. I'm talking to you guys in Muscatine on the camera right there, right? 100% goes to the Clone family. You buy a ticket, all the money goes there. You buy a raffle ticket, all the money goes to the right place. That's how we're rolling on this one, Muscatine. And I want you guys to come out to Club 400, and let's have a great time and raise money for a great cause, all right? Yes. All right. We're going to start the podcast, all right, guys? Here we go. We're going to play this song first. Get a drink, and we'll start, all right?
Washing me clean on the banks of Muscatine. Even though the bottom you can hardly even see.
Is there anybody?
Did I come to this old river?
We thought we were being, this song is called Muscatine. I don't know if it was written about this time, but
changing colder and something kind of steady about
all right.
all that change. But I come in the river going up and down, nothing else to do in this tugboat town. Watch the river fill with rain, and I watch it roll away again.
When it comes to commercial snow removal, look to Tovar Snow Professionals. With the largest snow and ice management fleet in the Midwest, Tovar delivers top-notch commercial sidewalk and parking lot clearing services, even in winter's worst weather conditions. With their 24-hour live office staff, certified meteorologists, and personal service, they are leaders in professional snow removal. To get a free estimate for snow removal on your site, go to baseball.tovarsnow.com or call 844-GO-TOVAR. That number again is 844-GO-TOVAR. Tovar Snow Professionals, Chicago's snow plowing leader. Tovar is an equal opportunity employer.
We are live at Hubble's Bar. Are you ready,
In
William?
Muscatine, Iowa, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa, little feedback.
And I will say this right now, everybody. Why do we play Tovar before the show on every show? Because they are a sponsor. Thank you, Tovar, for making this party coming up so great, September 10th. We appreciate you guys. Ready? You ready to go, William?
Oh, I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's rock.
Hey, who's this for?
Riker Cologne, everybody!
Riker Cologne!
We're Cubs fans helping Cubs fans at Stewart's Cubs cave parties. Everybody's in for giving back to those in need. We're going to Club 400. Club 400. We're going to Club 400. Club 400. We're going to Club 400 Radio, alright.
William, you're already screwing up already.
I am not screwing up, dude. We got...
All right, if we have to share a mic, we'll share a mic. We are live at Hubble's Bar in Muscatine, Iowa. You guys ready to rock and roll? How far do I got to move from you, William? We weren't having any problems earlier. We tested this. When I was driving down here today, I found that this bar was a 3 o'clock bar, William. Shut that mic off. Are those on? Oh.
Great start to the podcast, Stu. Well, you're not connected.
All right. We're getting some feedback in this great bar, but I will tell you one thing. When I was driving down here today, I heard this place was a 3 o'clock bar. William, I'm challenging you right now. Are you going to be here to 3 o'clock this morning or no? I know Nicole won't be. She'll be going home to bed.
It's 2 o'clock, first of all. Let's get our facts straight, Stu. And I will be the party champion tonight, which is the person who lasts the longest. I will be that person. I think it's me.
I think it's you, William. The mic likes me better. So. All right. Test, test. Test, test. That's better. Test, test. All right. I still don't like that vibe there. We tested this earlier.
Didn't we come last night?
All right. Let's get this right so we can talk without
Okay,
annoying the hell out of everybody.
I think we're good. Can you hear us?
All right, let's do it like that. Can you guys hear us?
We're good now? All right, go ahead.
All right. We're good. One more time. Huddles, can you hear me or what out there?
Let's try this one more time. Riker Cologne. These guys are good, dude. Good.
Now we're cooking. I think we got under control. You know, we're kind of rookies, but we have a great crew today. So let me tell you all how we got here today. Last year, right, we were giving tours of Club 400, and that's when we met Eddie. Remember that, William?
Eddie Cologne.
Yes. And we
Who's
met
the father of Riker
Riker, we
Cologne?
met Aramis, and they drove 3.5 hours to come out to Club 400.
They did. It was awesome.
And I gave them the best possible tour we could ever give them. But during that tour, we kind of figured out that there was Riker wasn't 100%. So I followed Eddie on Facebook, and I became friends with them. And I said, Eddie, what's going on? He goes, oh, we don't really know. So we're trying to figure it out. And anyways, that's why we're here today. We are Cub fans helping Cub fans. William, are you ready to rock tonight or what?
I'm ready. We're trying to raise a ton of money. We're not going to define a ton, but it's a lot. A lot of money. We have all the expenses paid for this party. So every single penny we raise. And by the way, a $10 donation, a $2 donation, a $10,000, they all count. They're all good. We'll take them all, right?
Every little bit
Every single donation.
Because the bottom line is we are trying to raise as much money as we possibly can. And I was saying it earlier before we went live, before we had mic problems, that like this is the first time we've thrown a party where we want to give 100% of the proceeds to the family. And the reason why is simple.
Wait, 100%?
100%.
Like every penny?
Like every penny. If you buy a ticket, if you buy a raffle ticket, when you come, that we got 9 kegs of beer donated to this party, William.
We've had actually 3 people that have raised money to pay for all the food, and then we got a restaurant to donate the food. So all that money is going to the Colognes. It's freaking awesome, man.
So we're going to have a great night here. We got tons of giveaways, but we're going to start off now. We're going to call our guy Ray Burst. Let's call him up. He's going to be there. Ray Burst is a good friend of mine. I met him at Club 400 maybe 3 to 4 years ago. And he's part of the family, guys. He really is. Like, he's not a Cub player to me anymore. He's like a friend of mine. He's actually a mentor of mine. So let's call Raybone up and see if we can get him here.
We got him on the phone, but I'm not sure he can hear us.
Raybone, are you there?
I don't know what's happening here.
Raybone.
We do this all the time. I don't know. We might have a problem. We might have a sound problem.
I guess we had Raybone on the phone, but we're not being able to project it at all.
That's all right.
That's okay. William, you got to get on that shit. Oh, stuff, I said.
There's a lot of children here. We don't use those words.
Anyways, we're going to start off, obviously, with bringing our guy Eddie up. Come on up here, Eddie. Where you at, buddy?
Eddie's right here, man.
I'm gonna let you interview.
You guys, everybody know Eddie Cologne?
No.
Hey, guess whose dad Eddie Cologne's is? Riker Cologne. They're so good. Can I just say best audience ever? Ever. No, we've had audiences. No, best audience ever. Let's be clear about that. Actually, Eddie was at our last live show in Crystal Lake, Illinois. Way better audience tonight, right?
Yes.
Muscatine knows how to party. Let's just say that. Eddie.
I don't. This is. Oh, it is on.
Riker just wants to say hi and then get out of here.
Oh.
He's being shy.
Who, Riker?
Yeah.
Little Riker, we got to ask him a few questions. Come on up here, Riker.
Riker, you need to know this. We don't prepare anything for these shows, but we have some prepared questions for you, Riker. So, Riker, are you a Cubs fan?
Yeah.
And do you happen to have a favorite Cubs player?
Who's your favorite player?
Oh, ever? Who's your favorite player?
Oh, you said Chris Bryant?
All right, I got a little bit of an issue with that, Riker, because 2 hours ago you told me it was Javi Baez.
I thought Javi was your
So is it Javi or is it Chris Bryant?
Who is it?
Hi, bias.
Yeah. All right. Just checking. All right. Last question, Riker, and this is the most important. We came up with this one on our way up here today. What is your favorite cereal that you eat for breakfast?
You don't eat cereal.
No cereal? No? What do you have for breakfast?
Pancakes or waffles?
What do you eat?
Sausage.
Sausage. You like sausage? All right. Hey, everybody, Riker Cologne! So easy. All right. What are we doing? Oh, we're talking to Eddie now. Oh, yeah, right. Oh, Eddie's story. Okay.
Sausage.
So all right, so your son likes sausage for breakfast. That's awesome. You don't have cereal in your house? Let's start there.
He doesn't eat cereal.
Okay.
He doesn't eat cereal. The milk, mucus in his mouth.
Got it,
so
okay.
It
Bad question. That was a bad question then. We didn't know. You know, we were lost in, like, Rockford, Illinois. We got turned around. So
Who got
we were
lost?
confused. Stu. Anyway, so, all right, so we established that. So, you guys love the Cubs, right?
Yes.
That's awesome. And we're here tonight.
Can I ask Eddie real quick? How did you? I mean, you live out here in Iowa. How did you become a Cubs fan, Eddie?
My grandpa, he introduced us, me and my brother. So, yep.
So you guys have been Cub fans from day one?
Yep.
Because there is no professional baseball team here. And if I recall, the first professional baseball game ever played just happened like last week.
Yep. And then now
with those enemies on the other side of town.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but we're going to be there next year.
Yes.
All of us will
with
be
the
there
Reds.
next year.
With the Reds.
Yes.
Yes.
Love it. All right, so tell us from your perspective a little bit about what's going on with Riker, because people really need to know. What we want to do here is really rip on people's heartstrings.
And you know what? Most importantly, and I want to say this real quick, you guys. I think the most important thing of this party is to raise awareness of what's going on with Riker, and hoping that we could find someone else, because obviously Riker is completely undiagnosed at this time. But if we can get the word about Riker and maybe someone else is experiencing the same kind of issues and they have more information, you know, the internet is a beautiful thing, although it can be bad. It's a good thing. So, yeah, raising awareness is probably one of my main goals at this party, because we need to, you know, it's hard to solve a problem when you really don't know what the problem is. It's hard to diagnose something when you don't have a diagnosis. It's hard to treat it, you know.
And I have to say one more thing before we let Eddie answer the question we asked 45 minutes ago, and that is, everybody needs to know here, and I can relate. I was in the same boat as Eddie. I had a son who had some medical stuff, and I got help and stuff. Eddie freaking hates this. He hates this. But you know what? I told him today, and I hope he heard me, and if he didn't, we're recording this, and you can play it over and over. I'm like, Eddie, just let it happen, man, because we're all here. We're all here for you, and we're all here for Riker Cologne. Okay, you can answer the question now.
That was a little long-winded.
Yeah, I forgot the question.
You forgot the question? What's your favorite kind of cereal? No, that wasn't it.
I'm not going to lie, I'm on a Fruity Pebbles kick right now.
No, the question was, I really want, people need to know, like, give us a 10,000-foot view what's going on with Riker.
So his story, I mean, basically started at birth. He came out with the cord wrapped around his neck for, it was like 7 times. He wasn't breathing. So they ended up taking him, you know, up. They had to handbag him basically to help him breathe. They ended up taking him by ambulance to Iowa City. And then he was there for a few days until he was off oxygen. And then, I mean, for the first year and a half, I mean, all he did was cry. I mean, we tried different formula. We were trying to figure out what was going on. We ended up going to the doctor, and they did tests, and they, you know, basically said that his nasal passage was small. And we initially went to the doctor because he had a constant cough. Like, he wouldn't get rid of it, and he still has it to this day. Like, that was the main focus. That all kind of snowballed into, you know, he had issues with his teeth, he had issues with his eyes, and then he was very, very delayed on all his milestones. He really didn't crawl. And then he walked for maybe the first 3 years, and then he slowly started declining. We started at the University of Iowa. We were there since birth. Then, you know, I called up to the Mayo in Rochester. I was very, not leery, but I knew that it would cost a lot to go up there, staying in hotels, doing all that. So I really didn't want to go forward with it because I knew it was going to cost a lot of money. So I ended up making a call. We basically had to go through all the testing again. I mean, he's been tested for many different things, cystic fibrosis, and everything came back negative. So then, you know, they did genetic testing, and still nothing really came back as alarming that something was wrong. The only thing we ever heard was that it could be associated with muscular dystrophy, but none of the symptoms that he had really connected to one specific muscular dystrophy. So, I mean, we just kept going. So now he's 6. He can't walk upstairs, so I, have to carry him upstairs. He will walk, but with assistance, but I mean, he can't crawl out of his bed. So then this past March, we went up to the Mayo again to talk to the genetic doctor. And he told us, which when he told us, I had to ask again because I still don't believe it. So they said there was a variant in his JAG2 gene, and that Riker was 1 in 17 kids in the world that has that variant.
1 in 17?
Yes.
In the world.
Yes.
1 in 17 in the world. I just want to make sure I heard that.
And
right.
I had to ask again because I
had to ask you because
I don't know, yes. So there's a group of scientists in Florida and the Netherlands that have all these kids' file, and they're going through and figuring out what they all have in common. Like, some of the kids at birth, they weren't talking, they weren't speaking, they weren't moving. And then some of them, it graduate, in their teens is when it started to go bad. But yeah, like I said, I mean, Riker, he's pretty much
Riker Cologne?
Yeah, Riker Cologne. He's pretty much in the wheelchair. I mean, at home, he will stand, but he has to be holding on to something. So, that's basically the backstory. And as of right now, there isn't a set diagnosis. And, they have his muscle tissue that they re-evaluating every year because things change. So every year they'll, test it to see if there's any new news about it. But as of right now, yes, we have no idea what's wrong with him. And, look at the smile. Oh, no, not
Look at the guy.
Oh, he's smiling.
Yeah. Riker, that's the thing. If you guys are, I'm not talking about the Muscatine folks, but people in Club 400 who live in Illinois, please make sure you introduce yourself to the Cologne family. The reason why I was like, first of all, we are Cub fans helping Cub fans. And if I simply ignored this situation, then I should just shut it down. Bottom line. I follow Eddie on social media. Nicole, how big is Obvious Shirts playing in this thing? Unbelievable. Joe from Obvious Shirts. They're going to be doing all our T-shirts. There's been so
Joe's
many
incredible.
great people that have stepped up to the plate. And it's just unbelievable. We have the whole Cubs community behind you, Eddie. And I know your heavy presence on Twitter, your heavy presence on Facebook. What does it mean basically for to have the Cubs fandom behind you?
I don't even know if there's a word that can describe it. I don't know. I'm thankful. I don't know. It's incredible. It's amazing.
We love this guy. I gotta tell you, we love this guy.
So I don't know if you know.
Riker Cologne.
Hey, Eddie, I don't know if you know this, but this guy right here, he stalked me for 2 years.
Oh, yeah. We talked about that at the last
I'm a
podcast.
stalker.
Because this guy right here, his family
And look
was
at me now.
also a beneficiary of Club 400.
And look at me now.
He sucked me in on doing these podcasts, and we were on the radio for a while. Then he got me fired for something I didn't do, William. I don't know what happened. We were on the radio, then all of a sudden we're in my
It's a story
basement.
for the after party.
Yeah, that's a story for the after party. But honestly, Eddie, Club 400 was built for families like yours, and honestly, I'm so happy to have you. Because here's the deal, and I tell everybody this: we've helped out a lot of people. But we don't forget about them, unbelievably. Guess what? I don't have a short-term memory. William doesn't have a short-term memory. Nicole doesn't have a short-term memory either. These guys are family with us. We'll always have their back, and we'll always watch over them. And that is the beautiful thing, right,
And
William?
I just want everybody here to know it is an honor to be invited to come to Muscatine. It's such an honor.
You're moving here, right?
I am
We might move.
I called my wife and I'm like, we need to move here.
We have some apartments across
I heard there's apartments across the street. I'm going
We should have stayed
check them
there.
out after the podcast.
I would like to thank Nicole. The Merrill gave us these really awesome rooms because they knew we were coming in town for Riker. So we walked here today. So Lee, who's the general manager over there, thank you at the Merrill for helping us out. I appreciate it greatly. I mean, that's Nicole, dude. She did awesome.
How about there's a group of women that are here that we need to talk about?
Well, yes, we do have a dream team, guys. And I'm going to be honest with you guys real quick. We're not going to go long tonight. We're going to give away a lot of stuff to everybody in this bar. But we have never, ever, ever had a support group like we have with Eddie Cologne. And that's probably why we raised $16,000 before the party even started.
Yeah, it's just absolutely unbelievable. The ladies that are circled around us right now.
Awesome. Dream team.
The dream team of Ashley. I'm going to F this up for sure. Amanda. Misty. And Cassie. We met these guys on Zoom calls. They've been all in the whole time. They're the ones that are here fighting the fight here in Muscatine. We love it. They love the Riker family, the Riker Cologne family.
And time out real quick. We can't forget our guy Aramis.
Oh, we cannot forget that guy.
Who actually was at an autograph sign today with the Ramos, Ramirez, and Giovanni Soto, right, Ramos? And they got me an autographed baseball card, dude.
That is so cool.
And by the way, my wife Lisa, who can't be here tonight, she's at a concert. Her favorite player is Ramos Ramirez.
Soul Asylum. She chose Soul Asylum over Muscatine.
Stu, it's like Club 400
We're
Muscatine.
having relationship issues.
That's
her
what
and
it
I, but
is.
it's neither here nor there.
So yeah,
we're doing a podcast. Sorry.
We're gonna sell limited edition Club 400 Muscatine shirts here real soon. Because you guys are a part of the family now, and we want to see all you guys come out to Lake in the Hills, hopefully on a big old bus, right? 50 of ya. We'll show you the best time you ever had, right, William?
We will.
So yeah,
Don't wanna miss it.
We're sold out of
way.
VIP
We got to
tickets.
spend like 5 minutes talking to somebody from the Dream Team, though.
We do.
Let's do it.
Yes, we do.
Who wants
hey,
to-
Hey,
who wants to-
Eddie, you can go start drinking tequila now, all right, buddy?
You guys gotta show me how not to be a card.
Oh, what?
True.
Oh, that's right.
We
well,
have
that's
to
a
convince
whole.
Misty to switch
Misty
teams.
is a Cardinals fan.
Was this
We're
a
working
double
on that.
switch?
Yes, double.
All right, time out. I want to let everybody know here. We have a Cardinal fan talking on the Chicago Cubs podcast.
No, Misty's the Cardinal fan.
Misty.
She's not
Oh,
talking
yeah.
on
Time
her
out.
show.
Get on here. Get
Well,
on
she
here.
isn't converted yet.
Everybody at home, Cardinal fan. Can we boo?
You know what, though?
Wait, go Riker!
She said.
Riker Cologne! Yeah, all right. Here's the thing, though. We just got here like 2 hours ago. We still have lots of time to convert you. I guarantee by midnight, we will check in. You will be a Cub fan. I promise.
Misty Dawn.
All right.
So I was trying to figure this out earlier. How did Eddie get to my house? And yeah, it was Eddie, right? He told me earlier today, who nominated Aramis to come over to the house.
Did not know
And
that.
that's how we met you guys, and that's how we're here tonight. It's crazy how things work.
Well, what's crazy is I was a random bartender that day.
Yeah, and he
Just
can't
saying.
pour a drink, period, whatever. But that's
I
besides.
drank all the drinks. So it's not here. But go ahead. Let's.
Oh, hi.
Well, thanks for coming on with us. I just want to tell you that from the bottom of my heart, we've never had a support system like you guys, And
Well, let's say this. We usually have like a good 2 to 3 months to plan a party. And what do we land on? 5 weeks? 5 weeks.
Yes.
5
weeks. And Nicole's been working her butt off for real. We got the logos. We got to do the team. There's a lot of moving parts to any party at Club 400 because we want to do it right.
But it doesn't happen with the dream team from Muscatine.
The dream team from
Which,
Muscatine.
by the way, I will be writing a country song later tonight. Not a shirt, a
Stay
song.
here late night.
The dream team from Muscatine.
Dream team from Muscatine.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm up.
So all right. So tell us about your relationship with.
Yeah. How
Okay,
the
guys.
hell did we hook up with you?
So basically, Misty.
We can say hell. It's a podcast.
I love stumping you, by the way.
Misty, Amanda, Ashley, and I have worked on several benefits together through the years. And about 4 years ago, we did a benefit for Ashley, who was diagnosed with 3 years ago. Diagnosed with breast cancer, and Eddie and Brandy were part of our volunteers for that event, and that's kind of where we all really became close because we had to work very closely to throw that event and do everything. And so since then, at that event is where we met Amanda too, and we all realized that we shared a love for the Cubs, minus Misty.
Plus Misty tonight later.
Yeah. But so since that benefit, we all just stayed really close. My daughter Catalina is the same age as Riker. They've gone to school together since they started preschool and have been very close. Last year, well, not last year because of COVID, but 2 years ago, the Colognes, myself, and the Elliots all did Cubs convention together, where Riker and Catalina got to meet like Sean Marshall, and he was teaching them how to throw balls and hit the ball and everything. And so when we realized that the Colognes really needed our help, like we've known that they needed our help, but now they really needed our help. Eddie had talked to Amanda. Within 10 minutes, she had Ashley and I on the phone. And about 15 minutes from there, Misty was in South Carolina. And we got her on the phone and told her we needed her at home. And Amanda and I looked at each other and were like, we need to contact Stu.
Well, and to be quite honest with you, this is the first time I've met Amanda tonight, but we've talked a lot online. And last year during COVID, right, when no one was able to do anything, Amanda helped us raise a lot of money. She's got tickets to the Maker's Mark Club at Wrigley Field, and she helped out two of my great friends.
Do you Muscatiners? No, that's not the right word. Muscatines?
Yes.
What is it?
Musca Vegas.
All from Muscatine, do you know the amazing women you have here on the dream team? I'll say Riker Cologne so you all cheer. Riker Cologne! That's for the dream team right here.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this is going to be the best party you've ever had, and you know it. By far.
Speaking about the party, right, guys? Like, as you guys, most of you know, we did a big get for Riker on his 6th birthday.
Yep.
And we showered him with presents and love, and Club 400 did a great job, but it was only part 1 of part 2. Part 2, which honestly...
Part 1 would be like dipping your toe in the pool.
Exactly. Part 2, we're jumping in the pool.
Part 2, we're all jumping in the pool naked!
A big
We're going
splash.
naked! We're streaking in the quad!
And what you guys all have on your side is this. The goal of Club 400 is to raise $1 million. And I promise you, the quicker we can raise the $1 million, my wife will be really happy with me. Right? So, and now, that's the great thing. We give 100% to charity, but usually it's after expenses. Now we have the expenses covered.
Okay, we got to add another person to the dream team. It's not just the 4. There's
just
a 5th.
the 4 of us.
There's a 5th. We overshot Glenda.
Glenda, owner
Glenda,
of
the
this
proprietor
bar.
of this fine establishment. Glenda.
She does so much fundraising for this.
Glenda.
Yes. Glenda
Glenda.
does.
Give us a wave, Glenda. All right, I gotta say Glenda, and then I'll say Riker Cologne. This is great.
So bottom line, guys, and you know what? I don't know. You guys have them online, the tickets, or no, the raffle tickets?
We do not have the raffle tickets online, but you can message us on Facebook, whatever.
There she is.
Yes.
The
hey.
beer's ready?
Yeah, Club 400 beer is now available at
Stop
the
the
bar.
podcast.
Oh, no.
By donation.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
You do?
It's not
Are you
bad.
lying or do you really like it? All right.
It's got to be cold. It's a lager.
It's a Club 400 beer is now at the bar, available.
That is
It's a
good.
Donation
to
only. If you want a Club 400 lager,
just in general, or
Yeah, well, the proceeds will go for
to the Riker crew.
you could pay $2 or $5 or $10,000 for a Club
Yes.
400. It's all good.
Yes, but tip your bartenders.
Tip
people.
your bartenders.
Yeah, we're going to be here all night tonight. We got tons of prizes to give away. Nicole, she might make it past her bedtime, which is 10 o'clock. I don't know. And, yeah. I mean, we're having a good time. We're going to order some pizzas later on William's credit card, not mine.
And then we are also giving away a ton of raffle prizes tonight.
Well, and raffle tickets to the event are
And raffle
available with us here.
So, can you explain that to everybody?
Yeah, so Club 400 was great enough to give Muscatine exclusively some of these event tickets. And we are they sell for $150 outright, but you can buy them with any of us here for $35 a piece. And you'll have a chance to win a pair of the tickets, so you don't have to go alone. So tickets are available at Hubble's with Ashley Lovelace, Misty Wetzel, Amanda Elliott, and myself.
The Dream Team.
And also with Lynn and Ed Bowling.
Dream Team.
So
Dream Team.
$35 cash, check,
Dream Team.
Venmo. If we really have to, credit card, we'll figure it out. But we still have tickets to sell, so make sure you get them. Yes, we do. We accept Venmo
Any way
because
you
we're
guys
with
wanna
the
do it.
times.
You have who donated the bus? Did someone donate the bus?
We
have that worked out?
have a bus on standby. If we can sell enough raffle tickets, we'll
we're gonna sell enough.
Muscatine.
Let's get that bus
I
going.
want to see some Iowans at my house.
Yes.
We need to wrap this thing up because I think people want to start
talking,
Drinking beer.
partying, and all that, and they want some prizes.
Bottom line is this: we've done this before. No one wants to pay attention too long, but I want to thank Discover Muscatine. I'm going to close it like I was a professional wrestler. WWE.
I'm gonna move then.
Do I
so
duck?
don't
Yeah,
get
you
it.
might want to move.
Are you gonna start
all
throwing stuff?
Did I do this earlier?
Are we gonna wrestle?
We might wrestle
Oh, you're
later.
gonna walk right
all
up to the camera?
I'm going to talk right to that camera, all right?
Right there. It's that one. I'm Stu McVicker.
Every day I'm working on this event for Riker. I want a bus to show up in front of my house September 10th. Full you Iowans. I'll even put on a replay of the Hawkeyes game if I have to. Whatever we got to do, all right?
Whatever it takes.
I want two towns, people that don't know each other, to unite and help out a little boy and a great family from this unbelievable town to help ease the burden that this family is facing because there's not enough money. They need a new house. They need a new car. We have to go big or we go home. I'm challenging you, Muscatine. I came here to challenge you guys. Dude, I went out earlier today on my personal page and I said, I don't know if Muscatine's going to sell out the tickets, so maybe we'll have to buy 30. No, don't let that happen.
Tired of your old TV throwing?
Dude, we would be tag team champions if we could. But he's a little out of shape, as you can tell.
Oh, boy. Okay, here we go. Now we're starting. Ladies and gentlemen, can I just say one last thing and I'll be done? Thank you, Muscatine. Thank you. Thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for being accommodating and having us here. We're so proud to be here. We can't wait to come. We're coming back in October.
We're coming in October.
We love the Dream Team. We love the bar. We love Glenda. We love everybody here.
And I love these
And
kids
by the
that
way,
showed
who you know
up.
we love the most?
Riker Clone. Go big or go home, Muscatine. I'll see you at Club 400.